this one's pretty cool. It's a 1971 Chevelle. But this one's got the 454. Under the hood with power steering, power brakes. It's like a chrome water pump. Electric fans. She's pretty beefed up. She sounds good. She's cammed up. 12-bolt rear. Aftermarket set of wheels and tires. Some bigger tires in the back. Mickey Thompson's. This one's got gray stripes and a black paint job. And so far, the paint job's looking pretty slick. A lot of chrome, looks good. Throughout this video, I'm going to be pointing out what's wrong with the cars. I like to find flaws and tell you what's going on. When we buy these cars, you know, we have a small markup here. We know exactly what we're going to list them at, and they go over them, check everything out. They give them to me to do this review for you. This is the first time I've taken off in this car going down the road, so this will be my first impression, and I'm told just to be as honest as I can. So check out maplemotors.com. Check out our financing and shipping. It is available on this one and every car on the lot. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. You know, before I take off on any test drive, I like to look around the interiors, and we place bets on the horn. Old Grant steering wheel. What do you think? This one here's got some old racing seats with the straps. Back seat, package tray, headliner. We'll start her up, let her warm up. Try her turn signals. Left side, right side, wipers. I'm hitting the wipers, but they're doing nothing. So wipers may need some help. I don't know if that's hooked up to anything. Radio. Radio works. Blower motor. Nothing coming out of the blower motor on this one. Gauges. We've got a temp gauge up here. It's on the low side. Gas gauge is past full. Show you the mileage. It's hard to stand behind mileage in a 1971. We got a tach. We've got oil pressure down here and a temp gauge that is coming up on the bottom. They didn't hook up the battery gauge there. Looking at our pedals, they look pretty good. Brake one looks new. All right, place those bets. Do you think the horn works? Well, you said it worked. You was wrong. I don't see any other buttons. Let's hit the road. See how she runs. I just went ahead and put the lap belt on just to add something. Here we go. Power steering, when you turn it all the way, makes a little bit of a noise. The brake pedal is stiff on this one. Don't say that, big box full of vacuum. Waiting on some of this traffic to roll on. Speedometer seems to be working pretty straight. Tight steering. As soon as I turn, it started. Brakes, a little vacuum issue there. Trying the brakes again. I mean, they're stopping, but they're stiff. A little rattly in the back there. It does look like our speedometer is accurate. But I'm just touching the throttle right now. I'm not trying to blow the tires off. shifting it, you're gonna get some more power out of this one. We're gonna stop up here and get a little bit of fuel too. My gauge is showing way past full. And I don't want to run out. Engine temperature is up 160. Hear the brake squeaking a little bit. Oil pressure's good on this one at 45. Idle, it's at 55. In gear, it's at 45. When I revved it up, it went to 65. So, cut her off. She cuts off good. And we'll get some fuel. I know this gauge is acting funny, but if I can fit, you know, a few gallons in it, then I know the gauge isn't working at all. I'm gonna say it's not. I'll be back. Okay, so to let you know the gas gauge is not functioning, it must not be hooked up right, because I got 5 gallons in this one. I didn't have any issues getting it in there. And we're ready to go. This is what our gauge looked like. Yeah. Good deal. That I did, so the detailed pictures on this car, this mirror was broke, I put a new one on. Okay, we're ready to roll. Put this big old seat belt on here. And we'll head on back to the lot now. Oh yeah, y'all like reverse. Works great. The old clock's working in here. I didn't think that was working. So once the brakes build up vacuum, they actually work pretty good. I noticed it had a canister. This right here is your electric fan switch. A little bit of vibrating. Sounds like it's coming from the package tray. Vibrating back there. I think it sounds kind of like the cardboard piece is vibrating against the panel back there. So looking at our oil pressure, what do we got? 40 pounds oil pressure. Temperature's at 180. Little bump in the road right here. Little stiff in the back. Pull back into the lot here, guys. Be sure to stick around. Picking out the flaws is coming up next. All right, let's walk this ride. We're gonna be looking for chips, scratches, rust, dents, whatever we can find. Again, there's detailed pictures on my website at maplemotors.com. Okay. So I noticed on this one, I was like, oh crap, it's starting to get over 200. That switch on the dash, let me show you, is the electric fan. It's right there on the dash. Right, yeah, once it hit 200, I jumped out here and popped the hood. I remember the electric fan, and I noticed a little dripping coming from the overflow. Well, the thing about this overflow is it's just gonna spew out right there. So, it spewed out a little bit. And of course, when we get the cars in, we top off all the fluids, we check the radiator. You can see this one's not even that hot, my hand's laying on it. But we fill the antifreeze all the way up, so it does have to go somewhere, and if there's no overflow, it goes on the ground or in the fender well. But yeah, flip that switch, it brought it back down to 180, and that's about where you want to be on this car. 200, and just start watching the gauge. 180, perfect. Little chips. 230, shut her down. Never seen that one. Never seen 230 in this car, at least. Okay, so they got a custom plate up here on top. Let me get over here and show you. Little chips right here. They got a custom plate here, 1971 Chevelle. What kind of look at? A couple screws would help there. Oh, I like that. Battery cable came out of there. They just screwed it into this end. That's just a ground. Okay. They hooked it right here too. But you got another ground right here. I was gonna say, okay, yeah, it's fine, especially with that one. This cable looks good. They've got a fuse in line here. All right, coming down the side. Up And over the fender well here. Little bubble here at the bottom. Light little chips in the door. You can see them kind of spread around, just little bitty chips. That's a little scuff there. Little chips. I haven't even got in the car hard enough to spin the tires yet. She feels nice and peppy. I know she will. The big block's definitely going to kick tires over. Little chips over here. Back that midsection, a little chip there. Also here. On the edge there. Light scuffs and light scratches on the door. Chip up on top here. Get the leaves out of here. Here's another one. Little chip there. There's a ding right here in the front. Door handle looks good. Light little scuffs on the paint there. Bubbles here by the back window. What we're going to do is make our way across that package tray once we shut the trunk lid. Let's go up on the back here. Little chip there. Your jams, the seal looks good. A little rust there was popping up. There's a spot there. Overall, it's all right. It ain't too bad. Looking at our package tray, not too bad either. Surface rust. I think I'd do something with this wire the way they got it hung. Gonna grounded this out over there somewhere. Got this tucked up. I mean, that would just needs a hanger. Looking around the trunk lid, you got to look at the edges here. Just some wax. The lid itself looks good. Let's come down with it. Right there on the edge, you got some rust bubbles. Over here too. Little scuffs here on top of the lid. Little bubbles there. chip there. Coming down this side of the car. Light little chips, a spot right here. A scuff and a scuff here. Ding in your trim there. Chips on the edge of that door. And at the bottom too. Light scratch in the middle here. Little spot there. Scuff. Ding here in the middle of the door. And here. Chips. Little scuffs. In the middle there too. Dust come off there, spot here. Scuff there, scratch on the back window. Again, I put a mirror on here. The other one was missing the glass. Little spots there. And the pillar. Stay on top of these leaves falling. They're almost all on the ground now. Little spots there. And a chip up here in the front. Okay, we've made it around the outside. Let's go ahead and open her up. Check out that interior. Door panel on this one, somebody's replaced. The seal there is not bad. You got a lot of chips here on the inside. Somebody replaced the seats. And the carpet. Carpet looks good. Could be pushed under that back piece there. Another reason you can tell it's new. Your back seat's pretty clean. Package tray looks just fine. Nice set of speakers back there. Headliner. Real good. Oh, there's a USB just popped out there. You can plug your phone in. And across the dash here. Again, electric fan. It just cut on. Belt's a little squealy. It wasn't doing that. I wonder if a little bit of that antifreeze got on it when it did that. Making the belt squeal probably. Squealy! Oh yeah. That belt's a little hot. That one's fine there. This one's binding up on something. Let's see. Start it back up again. Well, we're gonna have that looked at. Squealy belt. Figure out why it's doing that for sure. I wanted to show the motor sitting here running because it actually sounds good. It runs good. It feels great. It's got great oil pressure. But we do got something with the belt going wrong there. But no, that will be looked at and fixed. I'd say that's probably what's wrong with our wipers there. And it does have a vacuum canister. I wonder if it's, yep, it's hooked up. So they usually put those on the brakes, but it probably just needs one of those electronic ones. So I had a Chevelle and I had to put an electronic one on mine. Big block was taking too much vacuum. But the brakes do stop good. This electric fan is blowing hard. I can feel it on my legs out there. All right, we got some chips up here. Sometimes things happen out on the test drives. I mean, they are classic cars. It's not anything uncommon, especially a squeaky belt. I actually had that happen. I have a Camaro now, like a newer one, and me and my buddy was messing around. All of a sudden my AC belt started squeaking. I was like, dang, time for a new one. But that belt there didn't look too old, so we'll get it looked at. And of course, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit subscribe and share. I try to point out the flaws and find all the stuff in real time as it happens, so you know what kind of cars we're selling. I want you to show up and be like, I know what to expect. You know there's gonna be a chip right here on the nose. You know there's gonna be some bubbles right over here. A scratch on top. Scuffs. And of course, we sell all types of cars. We have everything from show cars to projects. We have everything from donks to classics. We've been selling the same type of cars for 40 years. Be sure to hit subscribe and share this video. Also, go to maplemotors.com, look at our 100 detailed pictures, check out the finance options, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll head on back. What time was it? 3:13. Okay. Well, we're good. We got time for another test drive.